In this session, let us learn about enum. Enum is a data type with a set of predefined constants. Example, directions, days of a week, months of a year. They don't change. They are constants. Rather than using an array, you can go in for an enum. For creating an enum, you need to go in for the keyword enum. Have a look. I have created an enum here. Enum days. All the days are given. Because they are constants, you have to give it in uppercase. Enum implicitly extends java.lang.enum. You don't have to import it. Enum, just like a class, also can have variables and constructor. I have created a simple enum with the name vehicle. It has got two variables, features and price. A constructor to initialize features and price. I have got three enum constants, Skoda, Scorpio and Nano. In the previous case, they were not having any parameters. In this case, they have got parameters. These values are being initialized using the constructor given over here. Now, how to use the enum? Where to create the enum? Let us explore this while doing the example. Now I have created a class enum demo. I need to create the enum. Where to create the enum? It can be either created outside the class or inside the class. But you cannot create the enum inside a method. Now I will create the enum outside the class. The name for my enum is going to be fruits. I am going to have a set of fruits as constants in this enum. Have a look. I have created enum fruits. The name of this enum is fruits and it has got a set of constants. How to get these values? They are actually fixed values. You are just going to assign it. If you want to read the values inside the enum, you have to convert it into an array and then read the values. If you want to print the value of a specific constant, you can convert it into a string and print the value. Now let us see one by one. First is, I want to convert it into an array. The method is values. So how to call this method? Enum name dot values. Have a look. The return type is an array. So you can iterate the array and print the values. So let me do that. It is not value of, it is values. The return type fruits array variable name fruits is equal to fruits dot values. Now I need to iterate it. I can go in for a for each, for control space, the last one. Now let me give this variable name as fruit. Now I want to print this constant. So what I can do is I can convert it into a string and print it. So let me convert this into a string. The method is name fruit dot name. So automatically this constant will be converted into a string. Let me execute. You can see you are getting the output properly. Now enum can also be used inside the switch. Just like how you pass a string or any expression that can be upcasted to int, you can pass enum as parameter. So first let me create the switch case part and then I will show you how to get the string from the user, convert the string into a enum constant and pass it to a switch case. Okay, I have added a switch case. Here fruit is my enum constant and I have got two cases, one for apple and one for mango. All these are giving error because we have not completed the code. First, let me use a scanner and get the input. Now I have got the user input which is choice. It is a string. I need to convert the string into a enum constant. So how to do that? What is the method? Value of. I will show it to you here. It is fruits dot value of. It takes a string argument and it converts it into a enum constant. Can you see this? So now I will use the same method. The parameter is choice. The return type is fruit. So let me add that. Okay, now I have passed choice as parameter. I am getting the return type as enum constant. When I execute this application, I have to give a user input. If the user input matches the enum constant, automatically it will be converted into a enum. That is, the string will be converted into a enum. Else it will give a illegal argument exception. Why? The reason is, if that particular value is not available in the enum, you cannot convert that string into a enum. First let us try this out. Let me execute this. The first part is working fine. It is asking for a user input. Let me give a proper input. I have to give it in capital letters, mango. It's working fine. The output is string of fruits. You can see this. Now what I will do is, I will give mango in lowercase. You can have a look. I am getting an exception, illegal argument exception. No enum constant with the name mango in lowercase. So which place the exception is occurring? In line number 21, in this place. So what you have to do? First, you convert the enum constant into a string and check this string with the user input. If they are matching, then convert the user input into a enum constant. Let me first do that and then we will try it out. I am trying to iterate the enum again. So here inside this, I have to check if nFruit.name dot equals choice, then only I need to convert this one, fruits dot value of choice. What is the return type? Fruit. I hope it is clear. I am trying to loop through the enum constant. I am converting the enum constant into a string. I am comparing the string. Dot equals is used to compare two string literals. That is the values. If they are matching, I am converting the string into a enum constant. Okay. This line is to convert a constant to a string. This line is to convert a string into a constant. So the return type is a enum constant. Because you are using it again, you are going to use it here also. You make this as null. Now this is completed. So let me just add here, convert string to enum constant. So in this case, what you are doing? You are checking if the name is matching, then only you are converting. This is okay, fine. Now after this part is completed, I am giving mango in lowercase. So it is not matching. What will be the value of fruit? Fruit is null. In that case, it will throw me null pointer exception. So what I have to do? I have to check for that also. If fruit equal to null, then I have to terminate the application. So how to terminate it? The method is system.exit. System.exit of 0 will terminate the application. Before running the application, let us go through the flow. In line number 19, I am getting a choice from the user, which is a string. I am looping through the enum constant, converting the enum constant into a string in this line, in line number 24, and checking it with the choice what the user has entered. If they are matching, then I will take the user input and convert it into a enum constant. That enum constant, I am passing it inside switch case. If the choice entered by the user doesn't match the enum constant, then the value of the constant will be null. In that case, it will throw null pointer exception. To avoid that, I am checking that and then I am exiting the application. To exit the application, you need to use system.exit of 0. So now let me save this and let me execute. Let us add two println statements also. Okay. Now let me execute the application. It's asking for the choice. I will give mango in lowercase. Wrong input. The application is getting terminated. Now if I give the right input, what will happen? Keep the doctor away. So it's going inside the switch properly. Now what I will do is, I will come here, I will comment this part. Okay. Now again I will go in for lowercase mango. Enter. Null pointer exception. In which line it will give? It will give in this particular line. The fruit which is coming in is null. So it is throwing null pointer exception. What if I want to match the lowercase mango also? So in that case I need to convert it into uppercase. So the choice whichever is coming inside itself is in uppercase. Now I will execute again. String of fruits. So now you are getting the output properly. So I hope this part is clear. We have seen how to convert a enum into an array. The method is values. To convert the enum into a string, the method is name. To convert a string into enum, the method is value of. We will also see one more example using a constructor. So let me create a class for that. I have created a class enum demo1 and also I have created an enum vehicle with a constructor and with two variables, features and price. The purpose of this constructor is to initialize these two variables. And what are the constants available? Skoda, Scorpio and Nano. So now let me add some code in public static void main and I will explain the flow. Just like what I have done in the previous case only, I am getting a choice from the user, convert the enum into an array, then iterating through the array, then checking in for the choice. If it is available, convert it into vehicle. Else, you come out of the loop. Then if the vehicle is null, you have to terminate the application. So going in for system.exit. Coming to the switch part. Here, from the vehicle, I am trying to print the features. Vehicle.features, vehicle.price. Just like how you are getting the variables using an object, here using the enum constant, you are getting the variables. So here it is features and price for this particular enum constant. Let me execute this. It's asking for user input. Let me give it a Skoda. It's giving the output properly. If I give a wrong input, enter valid name. That is what is given before terminating the application. So this is about enum. Thank you.